Hi, welcome again to Soupstone at Home. I'm doing a really simple dish today. It's a black bean soup. Have you guys seen that crazy commercial? I'm not going to get into that because I can't sing the song. So black bean soup, loads of vegetables, black beans. We're going to do a little side dressing with cilantro and some chili and some lime juice. Really simple, and maybe some avocado. So let's just start cooking. Okay, let's get started. The black bean soup. The hardest part about the black bean soup is probably just chopping up all the veggies. I actually think that sorry, I lost my concentration. I actually think that I've cut too much. The first thing we're gonna do is plenty of olive oil, and then I'm just gonna put one pinch of chili flakes into the oil to get them cooking up. And then with as little mess as possible, we're gonna go in with one red onion and one white onion. Like I said, I think I might have made too much, but like this, actually, like the part that I like about doing this with you is that this is my first time as well, and I'm gonna make mistakes. So maybe if I'm making mistakes, then you can not make mistakes. We'll see. So nice hot pan. We're gonna get the onions cooking off. Again, we don't, you've heard this 1,000 times in cooking shows or whatever, we don't really want to brown the onions. We just want to cook them off or sweat them or whatever you want to call it. This is the finely chopped celery. When I did the celery, I took the inside, not the outside ones. I like the leafy bits, the core in the middle, so I used that. So we're gonna go in with that as well. I need my knife, where's that? That's going in. And I'm also gonna just go in with this garlic here as well. Garlic's gonna go in. And over here I've got some thyme that I chopped up. And I've got the stalks from where's the cilantro? So cilantro, I just cut them off, but the stalks, the end pieces, I cut them off, chop them up, and they're going in the soup. If you're one of those weird, I'm sorry I said that. If you're one of those people who thinks that cilantro tastes like soap, then I would suggest you don't put it in there. I was going to tell you a funny cilantro story from when I had Soupstone, but I think I'll save that for another day. Okay, so onions in. We're going to cook that for a little bit, and we'll be right back. One thing that I've forgotten in almost all the videos that I've done so far is when I start cooking onions, I put some salt in right away. And for this one, I'm going to put 2 kind of healthy pinches in there. So that's in. I think these onions are sweated enough, if you want to call it that. I'm going to go in with 1 green pepper and 1 red pepper, a little bit on the floor. I am worried that there's too much pepper in this. So like I said, we'll see. So that's in. If I had to give you a time for that, I'd say that this is going to take, we'll probably cook that on high heat for another 5 minutes. So cooking is very much about timing. When those onions were starting to really get loud, it's about the noise and what's going on in the pan. When those onions were starting to get really loud, I went in with the peppers. Now, as soon as I put the peppers in there, the temperature of the pan cools down and it feels more calm. My point in all this is that if there's crazy sounds coming out of the pan, then you should probably do something about it. Turn the heat down a bit, or it's kind of funny, most people don't think about it, but just take it off the heat for a little bit and give it a little bit of a stir until things are under control. I'm going to go in with the fresh peppers. I've got half a red and half a green in there, but you can put whatever you want in there, really. You can put jalapeno in there, you could put a habanero in there, however much heat you and your guests enjoy, you can do that. I want to cook that for a little bit longer before we go in with the beans, so let's do that and I'll be right back. All right, we're back again. This is cooked down nicely. I might have the right amount of veg in here, so I'm less worried than I was before. I'm going to go in with the black beans. You can use any type of black beans. If you want to soak your own, you can do that. There's plenty of different canned varieties, or you can get the ones that are in those little those pouches, not the pouches, but like one of these. They come in these as well. So, but it's important that you use a black bean. Don't use a kidney bean or anything like that. The original recipe that I kind of looked at before had 2 400-gram cans of beans. I'm going to go with 3 because I think we've got, like I said, too much veg in there, too much veg to bean ratio. So again, that rule that we've talked about with every soup that we've made, the liquid needs to cover the bits. And in this situation, there's not quite enough liquid in these cans, so I'm going to fill this one up. Tag for waiting. I'm going to go in with that and loosen it up a little bit. And I might even go in... with a half more. We're going to blend some of this later on, so it's going to be partially blended and partially not. Bring this up to a boil, and then we're going to cover it up, but I'll be back to go through that part, and we'll make our little salsa dish on the side. Okay, we're back and we're boiling. I forgot to put in the bay leaves, so those are going in. And with this one, I know with different soups that we've made before, we bring it to the boil and then we turn it down. For this one, we're going to boil it kind of vigorously, boil it a lot for, I'm going to say, once it comes to like a really boily boil, if that's a word, leave it boiling for 5 minutes. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to turn it down and we're going to put it aside for a little bit. Okay, that has been furiously boiling now for about 5 minutes. So I'm going to turn the heat down to a low simmer, like we have talked about on lots of other projects or soups that we've done. I'm going to start making the salsa. Okay, we're gonna do our little salsa for the black bean soup. I've got a little bit of leftover green chili that we had that we used in there. I'm just gonna chop up those. Depending on how much heat or spice you like, obviously you have to control what you're doing here. They've got jalapenos at Superbrooks and that aren't really that spicy. Or you can just find some others that other type of chili that's not that spicy and make the same thing. This is the leaves from the cilantro or the coriander that we had. So I'm just going to roughly chop those up. Boom, boom, boom. Make lots of noise. That's going in. Get all that in there. So we've got the chili, we've got the cilantro. We're going to put a little bit of maybe 2 little pinches of salt in there. We're going to take the juice of 1 lime. That's going to go in there. One little trick, I don't know if you want any tricks or not, but one little trick that I have is that once I've squeezed the half lime like that, I turn it inside out by pushing it like that. And once you flip it inside out like that, then you can get a lot more of the juice off of it. Do that. I think maybe put 1 more in there. Comme ça. Clean off the hands a little bit. Then I'm just going to toss that around. And just give it a little taste to see if there's enough Jesus, fuck, that's way spicier than I expected it to be, but the flavor's good. So that's done. Wow. I also got some tortillas. The tortillas, I'll come back and do those after, but I'm just gonna take a frying pan. I'm just gonna heat them flat on the frying pan just to warm them through and heat them up a bit before we serve. This is gently simmering now, so it's gonna sit like that. I think we'll do that for about 20 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll blend it a bit and we'll plate, okay? Okay, and we're back. This has been simmering now for about 20 minutes. We made our salsa. I've toasted some tortillas on my frying pan, which is hot. One thing that we want to do before we do anything else is take out the bay leaves. Those are coming out. This is an experiment, but I'm going to take half an avocado, and I'm going to throw that in there. Make sure that it's a ripe one. You don't want a chewy one in there. So if you have an overripe avocado around, then it can go in there for sure. And then we're just going to blend it a little bit. But when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. We only want to blend about a quarter to a half of what's in there. We just want to leave some chunky bits in there, but also give the soup some creaminess. And be quite careful, because you can burn yourself. So give it just a few pulses. Sorry. There we go, that should be enough. It's gonna go there. And then we're gonna taste, obviously. That's the most important thing that we need to do. So I'll have a quick taste and see how we feel about that. See, it's got some chunky bits in there and it's a bit creamy. That's nice, but it needs a bit more salt. So always check that. I'm gonna do that. Do that. Give it another stir. And taste again. That's better. But I am gonna give it one more little burst. Boop. Okay, so we're gonna plate up. Do that. One thing, before I forget, I think we'll do two platings. I'm gonna plate one, just like normal, and then I'm gonna do another one where we actually put a poached egg in there. It's something I saw on a Jamie Oliver show with his black bean soup. So I'm gonna plate this one fast, so that we can see what's going on. That's going in there. That looks like a nice soup. That looks good. We're gonna put some of this crazy stuff on top, like that. I think we'll also put a little avocado on there. You can do that any way that you want. I'm just gonna put two little pieces on there, I think, like that. And that's it. I don't know if you can. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do a second one with the poached egg in it. Okay, and we are back with our little egg experiment. That was interesting. I've partially filled a bowl here. So we've got our black bean soup. We've got a poached egg in here that I'm gonna try to remove without breaking. Maybe I've done it, maybe I haven't. I'll tell you one thing though, I'll tell you one thing for sure. When Jamie Oliver did it, it was a lot sexier than my version. So, I don't know if you can see that, but we've got our egg there. We're gonna get a little bit more of this salsa again. Put some of that on there. And then, and we'll put a little bit of avocado in that one too. Just for, as we say in English, shits and giggles. So that's there. I really like this. I really like this soup and this style of eating. I call it. I don't know if it's clean eating. I don't know what the right terminology for it is, but it's just whole, simple foods. And the combination of simple flavors making something not so simple at the end. So let's have a little taste of this one. That's really good. And the thing with this soup too is that tomorrow it's going to be even better. But once this is seasoned properly, it's really delicious. That's good. And then I don't know what to do about this bloody egg, because I don't want to break the egg before I get my Instagram moment. But get that in there. Oh, let's try a little bit of that together. That's really nice. I could eat that for breakfast, easy. So that was fun. I'm gonna have some lunch. I'll see you guys later. Give this one a try. This is on that high level of being very, very simple to make and having a really, really high flavor profile. Delicious, healthy, like all the stuff that we've been doing.